This is a female koel. The male is screaming, and you can hear him screaming the word koel. But this is the female. Red eye, speckled, eating berries in my shower. Morning. Today's Friday. I just want to do some self-care. I had a nice meditation. Ended up having an out loud conversation with somebody that I had a toxic. I feel so much better and organized about how to remember it neutrally or with gratitude. I got to say some things I never got to say. Now that that's done, I'm gonna continue some stretches. I just wanted to add how I feel these days. Super fulfilled to have taken the leap of faith to go for my summer of surf in Sri Lanka that was put on hold for 2 years. I feel so good after being alone, so stable, giving myself a lot of attention and introspection. I feel so much better adjusted with my body and really adjusted and grateful and comfortable in my home in this Sri Lankan town that was quite hard to adjust to. I feel more aware of the direction I want to go with my health, digestion, relationship with food and eating. Finally made friends. I have way more motivation. The better I take care of my body and sensitive digestion with the right foods for me, which is not necessarily like healthy food, but what actually works for me, the better I can practice surfing. To get out there, be in a bikini, and lie on my belly for an hour or two. I underestimated how important it is to eat and digest correctly to even feel good enough to go out there. I've never done this, but a lot of people tell me to vlog because nobody who vlogs travels like I do, like so deeply and simply and for such a long time. To hear the farting sounds the suction my midsection makes with my yoga mat. It's a cork yoga mat. I went to class. I was making these farting sounds when we were doing the floor poses. I have to show you guys what I sounded like in class, and I never got to explain to the poor girl next to me. Listen closely. Anyway, I think that's good for the day. So now I like to put some natural oil on my face. It's tropical, so I have a high quality coconut oil that I bought from a small fruit stall. I think it's locally pressed. It's hardening properly in the fridge, so that means it's pretty real. I'm going to heat it up in my palms, put it over my face and neck, and do a little self-face massage and tell myself some affirmations. This is a technique that I got from my good friend Joe when we were in Dharamshala a year ago in India, and it's really nice after a little meditation to do this little ritual, telling yourself that you'll always be there for yourself. You're so beautiful and perfect, and you approve of yourself no matter what. It smells so good. It looks pretty cloudy because coconut oil says saturated fat. Feeling good about this purity. I like to get really up in there inside the scalp because I always have neck pain. Hi, this is Vivian from the future. She is in Vietnam like she always wanted to be. She has a big old blender in her own kitchen that only she touches and is in charge of. Everything I show in this video, it's good if I can remember to do it like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Not remember to, but you know, to do it. There's a lot of life going on. I don't do the face oils thing anymore. Everything's just like coming and going all the time. When you see someone who does something, you might be influenced for a little bit of time, and then you might try something else, and then you might remember it again. Maybe my old self will influence my new self to do it again. Don't ever pressure yourself. You can have different morning routines. You don't have to do everything in one morning routine. You can just like pick one option from 4 different things. A podcast I listened to said a really good thing. Journaling, yoga, lie more in bed and read. Pick one of those 3. For me, it's like go to a cafe or go get food with friends is another one. Just journal and do yoga after. Also, even at the time that this footage was taken, I barely ever did it. I was always sleeping really early and setting my alarm for 5 a.m. going into the water to practice surfing. So it's not like a even routine. It's just something that I got to do when I could in honor of everything I learned in India from Indians. Feels so good. It's a free massage. Joe, my friend, always told me to feel your fingers in contact with your skin. Be fully there in that sensation. Just give yourself time. Tap circles around your eyes. Release the tension that's here. Get the temples. Do you see that leashed hand? This oil ritual, you really feel so much more awake after. It's way better than a cup of coffee because you're like in contact with your skin. Hello. This koel is watching me in my window. I don't know if you can see, but there's this bird. That's basically me on a good morning where I don't go practice surfing. The angles are like this in the video because I don't have much room in my room. This is all the free space I have. That's not my bed. So some of those yoga asanas were a little compressed. This mat, I should mention, is Arantza, India. You can buy them in Rishikesh or order them online in India. I don't recommend ordering things online. I get stopped on the streets about this yoga mat, so I wanted to share. It's super thin and lightweight. It rolls up like a scroll and you sling it on your shoulders. It's really hot and I remembered that overnight oats exist, so I can have oats in a cold form. Made it yesterday. It's in the fridge. I watched a vlog about this Mexican girl obsessing over overnight oats. She called herself La Señora de Avena, which is basically like the Lady of Oats, but sounds way better in Spanish. I watched that video last night after I had already made my own. They've been sitting all day and night in the fridge, soaking up and getting super mushy. I'm gonna have that on my balcony and try to chew slowly and eat with presence. It's gonna be, yeah, classic, like cinnamon, raisins, bananas, oats, some coconut milk, chia seed, flaxseed meal. Mira, se ve buenísima. Peanut butter. I have to lick the rim really good, otherwise the ants will be all over this baby. They call it treacle, which is Sri Lankan palm sugar syrup. Cinnamon. Ooh, you can see the syrup running down. Ooh, ooh. There's nothing better than kicking back my legs on my little table and watching tropical plants, digging into homemade food. You know what's pissing me off besides the patriarchy? I want to show you guys my reef cuts. Can you see? These are all the slashes I got from learning how to surf on a reef break. Okay, what's pissing me off is undone, partially finished content. I start so many ideas for what to post on Instagram. It never gets done. I want to start something and while it's fresh, finish it. Otherwise it never gets done. Like this video, I should actually edit and put it on YouTube. It's so easy. It doesn't involve Instagram. I can freely chat to you guys. It's like my Instagram stories that everyone always wants to see. No one actually looks at my posts. It would be fun to show you guys how I live. Super low budget, do it yourself, traveling the world solo, wherever you want to go, despite what the media says, despite travel advisories against Sri Lanka or India, whatever. Just using your intuition and knowledge from other people. La mena me enamoré. One of the vloggers calls this the hot girl summer overnight oats. I'm on board. Cute jar is vital. Killed it. Finishing the jar of peanut butter, so gotta use the last spoon well. Brekkie is done. Putting away the syrup on my shelf of goodies. This is moringa powder and coconut sugar. And on top of my sunglasses, Found this beautiful gift left by a gecko or a rat or whatever. Always fighting shit falling from the sky because I live in nature, and today I wake up to a holy on my Ray-Bans. It might even be preferable to it falling right on top of the coconut sugar because it's actually quite easy to clean. I'm like so used to it, so used to shit all over the floor and falling from above. Out of my whole beautiful house, this is the feature that gets the shout out. It is a sand hose for my feet. When I come back, I use it to hose down my surfboard from sand, and I just used it to spray clean. Oat milk latte o'clock. Oats, 3 dates, cinnamon, and salt. Filtered water, got my jars. Decided to make overnight oats again. Here we go. I might make it moringa flavored, match my shirt. Moringa is a vegetable that is used as a side dish in India and Sri Lanka. Westerners dry the leaves and make it into a powder, like a superfood green powder mix. And it tastes like matcha, so it's super nice to have uncaffeinated matcha. Of the oat milk. Since all I do is eat, and while I eat, I think about what I want to eat, drink, or make next. It's time for coffee AeroPress style. I live with someone from the UK. AeroPress is clearly taking off in the UK. Cheapest Sri Lankan coffee ever. So over roasted, it smells like vanilla. It's so powdery that it just gets stuck down your throat. I'm gonna do cold brew, so I will fill till 1 with room temp water. Now I stir for 1 minute. Now comes the fun part. I always feel like I'm gonna break the glass, but how could I possibly break the glass? Come on. I love the foam when I do a cold brew. My AeroPress concentrate. Does the coffee go first or the milk go first? Don't know. Gotta try it both ways. Today, I simply want to finish the book I've been reading for forever because there's so many other books I want to read. Thinking to go towards Eckhart Tolle next, like A New Earth. Shout out to Habibi. The book I'm reading is The Mountain Shadow by Gregory David Roberts because Shantaram, the first book in the series, was so good. It's one of my favorite books, and the sequel is so awful. Like, I didn't know someone could write so well and then so, I don't know. It's too cheesy and trying too hard. Sorry, you're still one of my favorite authors. It's so good, I'm almost done. I could basically finish it now. This is a fucking ritual. Oh my god. Get the little chunks out of your straw. They could be microscopic. They'll stay there forever and crust up and grow mold. Here's some traffic. It looks like Sri Lanka got some more petroleum for the vehicles of the country. Just want to keep it super real. I lost a little bit of the excitement for this vlog because one of my very good friends was reacting with a lot of judgment on Instagram. I had just posted what I always do, which is what I ate yesterday with the timestamps. Sometimes I eat so much back to back or eat it very fast. It's been something I've been doing for years. She's just like, I can't look at it anymore. So it's kind of hard already to share content. Everyone has the right to react how they want to react. And I shouldn't just assume like everyone wants to see food. But yeah, that's what I'm all about, food, whether I create it or I share the stories and histories of others. But I still want to get the rest of this day on camera because I have some fun ideas with my girlfriends. It's Friday night. This is the local supermarket and I came to buy a sponge. to wash dishes with, so now I have to cut it.
Which dog was it?
Wasn't Benjamin.
Gin tonic.